We're checking into Psyck.
Psyck.
Yo, check it out. It's a Psyck discussion.
You tuned in to Psyck Discussions. You are now listening to a Psyck Discussion.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Psyck Discussion.
Sick.
As always, it's your boy, Reggie So Dope.
What up, it's Devin.
What's good, y'all? This Mark.
Y'all, we have a very special guest
Drum
in
roll.
the basement. We got Kyrie the comic back down here. Most of y'all know him from just being funny. Our fans know him from season 1. We had to bring him back.
Yes,
Kyrie,
sir.
man, how you feeling?
Man, I am feeling good, yo. Kyrie the comic is so happy to be back. It's good to be here, man. Y'all got me over East today? Oh, I'm in the trap. I feel dangerous. I might drop a mixtape after this.
Oh my
I'm feeling risque. I'm out west.
Risque.
Oh, good, man. I mean, you're a long ways away from 290, my good brother.
A long way from 290, just a little recap. I am from out west, y'all. I'm a comedian. I do motivational speeches. I do stand-up, improv, the whole, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so happy to be here today because when you mentioned that we was doing like a deep topic, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I prefer to be ratchet, but if we want to get deep, we can get deep.
You know, as we like to call it, my good brother, it's sophisticated ignorance.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm pretty sure some ignorance gonna come from our conversation today.
There's no doubt in my
You know
mind.
what I mean? But it's gonna be gems. And so let's get
gonna be
right
work.
into it. Today's conversation is about your authentic self. Like how to be and really live into your authentic self. And so let's kick it off with the first question. What does it even mean to be your authentic self?
Let's go right to the guess.
Take it away.
That's why
Yeah. I want to have something so eloquent for y'all, but I got really high before I got here. And so all I have is a real answer. I think, and this is something that I'm happy, 2020 happened because I think for myself and a lot of other people, we were so compartmentalized.
Mm-hmm.
We had a part of us that we showed our family, a part of us that we showed our people at work. We touched on that last time about season 1.
Yeah.
So you got the face that you put on at work, but then you got the face that you want to show the guys, the face that and then by the time at the end of the day, you wiping your makeup off, you done been 5 different people, and you exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, it's a lot more sane for you to just mesh them all together.
Mm.
So, people at work might know you say nigga a lot. Granny might know you smoke weed. And your significant other might know you think, they stink sometimes in the morning. Whatever it is, you got to be true to yourself. You know what I mean? If you fart in the bed, you fart in the bed no matter who sleep over. It hurt the whole bubbles all night. You wake up in the morning and explode. You done held 4 farts. All night you ate Taco Bell before you went to bed. You bogus. Putting your stomach through that. All you do is be real.
Now you put the whole way in the morning to the bathroom. That's
Every step little poop come up.
you let out the rest of that little pee and it go.
Turn music and shit.
You know you held in your farts last night when at the end of your pee, the good fart come out.
The fart was better than the pee.
Authentic self is when you can fart no matter who around,
For real,
no matter the
though.
circumstance.
Oh my God.
Kyrie say she make the pussy fart, he fart back.
Right. Goddamn equal rights. I'm farting back. I want
God.
judge free zone. That's all I come and talk about.
All right,
I
so
can talk
let's
about
keep
that.
going around though. What does it mean to be your authentic self?
I mean, it's basically what he just said. I mean, being yourself.
Pussy fart?
I feel kind of episode is today is happening. To be your authentic self is to be 100% you all the time.
Okay. Thank you for bringing us back.
not no pussy farts.
You are a pussy farter. Even if you ain't got no pussy, somehow you still a pussy farter. Go ahead and do that because that's you.
Get it how you live.
Suave, you got any parsley for that?
Go crazy. Y'all took it away.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all the dictionary's definition. So your authentic self is being your true self. And it means like when you say what you say in life aligns with your actions. All right. Your authentic self goes beyond what you do for a living, what possessions you own, or who you are to somebody. It is who you are to your deepest core. So as Kyrie was saying, like, it ain't where you been, who you been with, what you have done. It's who you are really when nobody's looking. Who you are
Take me to church, Pastor.
who you are. It's who you are to the core of yourself. Wow. Wake up somebody.
Not now.
Wow.
And God.
The organ. Come on, the organ.
You just keep blessing. You go and pass.
No. The bass get on. If you ready.
That will kick in here. That motherfucker getting off.
Oh my God.
That will kick in. He think he friends seeing that mother getting off.
All right, y'all. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it going. So then, my question for y'all then is: how often are you really your most authentic self? Given that definition, how often are you your most authentic self?
I feel like I'm my most authentic self when I'm at home by myself or I'm with like very close friends to like, I know I could be like maybe loose or maybe a little bit too out of control that the regular public might not be able to handle sometimes. So that's fine. I feel like.
Okay. Kyrie?
I think when I'm on stage, you know, now don't get me wrong, I like to do good things. I like ratchet things. So like, if you caught me and you saw me doing like a motivational speech, Reggie, you've seen my motivational speech, you can see like, I'm moved, but I think this nigga might be crazy. And it's like, you can never put your finger on it until you come to my stand-up and you're like, oh shit, he really is crazy. And that's when I'm my most authentic self because like stand-up, I can say good things, but then I also have to let you know that I hate people. With motivational speaking, it's like, I don't tell you I love people, I just think they got value. And the difference is so subtle. Reggie knows because I'm going to say really nice things in both. But only in one will I reference pussy farting, right? Or only in one will I really be like, you know what? Some people, you know, some people do good. The world is better without you. And I know that's so controversial. Oh my God, it's so mean to say. It's the truth though. And I can't motivate people by telling them the world is better without you. Right? But, you know, stand-up wise, I can tell people, you know, I mean, I know we're going to miss a few songs, but like, the world is better without R. Kelly, without him. Like, let's be real. I graduated, I believe I can fly.
I think everybody did.
So many people. It's like 10 years in a row, everyone graduated to I believe I can fly. And I still think that if we took our finger and we licked our thumb and erased R. Kelly out of history, it might be better. It might be better. He took a lot of coochie in his day. I think at some point. At some point.
Got you.
I agree. Other people may step in songs.
Something.
Oh my God.
And a lot of them didn't step into young girl coochie.
No.
So
Walk right into that
one. Okay.
Man.
Up in the sky.
Oh man. All right, Marv. How often are you really your most authentic self?
Oh shit. Honestly, over the pandemic, like you said, we always by ourselves. That's when we our most authentic self. But I realized for me, even more than when I'm by myself, when I'm with my people, like you said, my tribe, my close friends, stuff like that's literally like a judge free zone. Like when I'm by myself, I'm not really cracking jokes. I'm not drinking, like just having a good time. But those are things I still love to do. So when I like my friends, family, I really feel like I can kick back and just be my true self. Like I'm cracking jokes, laughing. I'm just shit in the cut, chilling, listening. I fight nobody's asking like shit, like you acting funny today. Ooh, like what's going on? But if it is, it's out of love though. So I definitely feel like I'm always coming through around my people. So that's when, even more than when I'm by myself, is when I'm with my friends and family. I feel like that's why I'm always my 100% authentic self.
I love that. Yeah, I got 3 places. One, the shower.
You singing?
I'm singing. I'm dancing.
I do remember you singing when we was at that camp in Arizona.
Bruh.
Your black ass was singing.
I don't give a damn who
He
listens.
didn't care. It wasn't a solo shower. That nigga had a share and he didn't care who else was in there.
Don't give a damn.
I'm glad he reminded me.
Don't give a damn. When I'm in the shower,
You
that's
know
my
why?
time.
It's for a little saint.
I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
in the shower.
He's dancing and walking like a Marion, or you got served, or
Nah, for real. So the shower, when I'm with my close friends, like I do, like it's crazy, but I do feel like I'm more myself when I'm surrounded by love than than I am when I'm by myself. So when I'm by myself, I'm like, okay, I either really have to relax or I really have to do something. You know what I mean? But with my people, it's like, no, I just get to be here. No, I just get to exist. And then lastly, it's something about that fucking stage, Kyrie. It's something about that stage where I'm like, this is me. It is the jokes. It is the knowledge. It is the real. It is the pay attention to me. Because I like when people pay attention to me. I'm not going to fucking hide it. You know what I mean? And so
You're an
like,
attention slut. Look at you.
a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit. I don't got to post my little fitness days every day, but I do. You know what I mean? Now, I don't post it at the time I be there, though, because I'm still watching. Oh, brother, when I leave the gym, no, you going to watch me in this mirror, perfect lighting, the right amount of sweat glistening from the top. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Pay attention to me.
Hey.
Pay attention to fucking
Sprinkle a
me.
little water on the forehead.
A little
A
water.
little extra sweat.
Throw it on the shirt a little bit.
Yeah.
You gotta talk crazy. Just another day.
Just
No days off.
daily deposit.
We all got the same amount of hours in a day.
We're some change.
Did you cash in or did you cash out? What the fuck does that even mean?
No excuses.
It's all Grand Rising.
Joe, a girl
Grand
told me,
Rising.
she was like, I know you ain't shit. And I was like, what do you mean? Do you know me? Do you know I'm neutral? And she's like, no. You say Grand Rising. And I was like, what? She's like, I can tell you a toxic piece of shit because you told me and my homegirl, Grand Rising Queen.
So king and queen on the back.
She's like, I don't know if you're a hotep or not, but I know for sure you love the women.
Hey, that's how they know. When you peace and blessing, queen. She know. That's what that means.
It's a red
Turn the other way.
flag. This nigga respected me out the door.
Don't grant me peace and blessings, nigga, separately.
What you want?
You ain't your most authentic self if you granting people peace and blessings.
But like, and that's another thing, right? Like, when does your, because it's going to be a clash.
Mm-hmm.
There's some type of code embedded in our society that says, Kyrie, your most authentic self. If you feel your most authentic self at a strip club high, then you're X or you're Y, or the fact that you some mornings you do get up, Kyrie, you want to blast Ellie Goldring, and that's different on the west side of Chicago off 290.
Very much so.
A lot of people don't see that, or you hop in your Impala tenant.
White.
You know what I'm saying?
White Impala.
And you blast it, Katy Perry, or what's my little homegirl, Joe? Joe. A lot of them, Joe, I be feeling them. But
Miley.
Miley be bucking sometimes, bro. she got to pay reparation. Certain white people done did a lot. We need payback.
Yeah.
But in general, sometimes you feel like if I'm being my most authentic self, then people gonna judge me. Or it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what do y'all do when you want to be your most authentic self, but you feel like society's like, you can be you, just not like that?
I think, it depends on if I woke up and chose violence that morning. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest because...
Expand on this. No, because that's real. In order for him to be his realest self, he has to choose violence.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Some people wake up and they can have a regular episode of Friends. Every black show is trauma. I'm serious. Black shows is always violence. It's always trauma. It's always drama. For you to be you.
If I get up and I'm like, you know what? I'm shaking fucking tables
shaking
today.
the table today.
You know what I mean? Then it's like, here we go. You know what I mean? Because not for real. I think to be wise and to be black in our world today, like you cannot truly be at peace. You know what I mean? Like
what James Baldwin say?
Man.
To be relatively woke. You know,
always in like a state of anger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, nah, if I decide that I want to disrupt this peace that y'all just falsified, I'm going to shake the fucking table.
Fuck shit up.
You know what I mean? But if I decide, you know what, cool, I'm going to let you stay in your world, because when you're in your world, it doesn't bother me as much, or it doesn't bother me at all. You be great. I'm gonna give you that one, but understand I am giving it to you because I can rock.
Depends
this
on
bitch.
the day.
Yeah.
you know what though? I'm so moved by that because I didn't know what it was. I don't know. I want to call it like Corona crazy. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Like people are just genuinely darker and crazier, and it's probably from us being locked in our homes with people who traumatize us throughout our lives. Who knows, right? But everybody's a little crazier, and I didn't know what it was, but now I understand why I choose violence. Because I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Absolutely.
I can't. That makes sense.
Like people have developed peace on our fucking stress. And it's like, okay, well, if for you to be at peace, I have to just take it. You know what I mean? I have to just let shit be. But no, when I decide I'm going to shake some fucking tables, I'm going to shake some fucking tables.
And it look different depending on where you at. Because if you at work, like we was talking about, people walk up like, what's going on, my brother? On the black hand side, you're like, no, Bart, get the fuck out of my face.
Bart.
I'm not your brother today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tom, get the hell out of my face. I'm going to shake this motherfucker. I'm sick of it. I'm not
it can
your
be very
man.
subtle. It's about how you want to do it. So you can be like, ooh, that feels like a microaggression. But you can say it just like that. Whereas like, I'm not like, fuck you, man. It's like, ooh, that felt like a microaggression. What's going to happen is, that's going to pierce their fucking soul.
But you got
about it all day.
They get better. So you telling me like, you know, no, I was listening to Nickelback. You racist motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why you ain't ask me about Nickelback? Why you ain't ask me about Starbucks? Why you ain't ask me what my seasonal drink is? Maybe I like pumpkin spice. Did you think about that? Motherfucker.
Shake the tables for real.
Man, I'm flipping on. Fucking flipping.
So I like that though. I like how we talk about to truly be our most authentic self. It might make others uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And so my question for y'all then is like, how does one develop authenticity? Right? Because we acknowledging all of these moments and when we know we're being our most authentic self. But what led up to that? Because we're not born with that authentic self. We're born with code switch. You know what I mean? Like play the dozens. Like do what you got to do to get by. Finesse until, learn the game, long enough to finesse it. And we learn those type of things. Like very few times are we actually told, be exactly who you just are. And be that at all times. We are never told to be that at all times until we're a fucking adult. Then people are like, be free. Like, bitch, you done been to therapy. You know what I mean?
That's why you be a 39-year-old nigga with tutus and, Timberland boots on and they waterproof, but then you got on the motherfucking leather vest. And then you got a jean jacket suit, like you just doing any fucking thing. You're a madman.
Yeah. That's how you get niggas.
That's what I'm saying. You never did it.
That's how you got niggas who, real talk. That's how you get niggas who cut their locks years ago and they got them back in their head like it ain't a sew-in. That is a sew-in, sir. I don't care if it was yours, it's weed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But you're being free now because nobody told you that until you cut your locks.
Man, Lil Wayne locks, Joe. Lil Wayne like be holding on by a thread. That nigga is holding on by the hope of the black community. That shit's so thin.
He ain't got that much hope. That's why he ain't got that much help. So the question is, how do you develop authenticity?
Wait, how do you what?
How do you develop authenticity?
I feel like it's developed by just like figuring out who you really are. And when you like take a good look in the mirror and be like, this is what I want to do. So I want to be a photographer. I'm going to learn how to work this camera and we go learn to take these pictures. I'm going to get a few people to link with me and teach me how to use the camera, get a few models. We're going to make this thing work. So I just feel like even for maybe like Kyrie, he woke up one morning, he's like, I'm funny as shit. I'm a comic and these people finna come to my show.
But see, you know better. Give us the real. That was too cute. That was too picture perfect. You know it ain't as easy as that.
It's not, but you gotta start somewhere.
What does it feel like? What does it look like to start? What are some of the scenarios where you was like, you know what? I could just be a sucker, but I'm gonna be me. You know it is. They do because somebody say something like, how does my breath smell? You like,
now you knew not to ask me that.
breath smell like a pocket of ass. Like just somebody feel.
If you had to ask me, then you should know how that breath smells.
But they gonna ask you to try you. Now either you can tear into their soul or you can add to your day.
Now your feelings hurt.
Right, I gotta bottle this because you came and this motherfucker smell like something canned. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know
what does that look like for you? When is the time when you like, nope, I'm gonna let it out?
One time for me is I have some friends that like make music and want to get into making music. I just recently had someone like send me music and was like, how does this sound? How does this work? But there's the catch. I've listened to their music back in like May and gave them notes on how to like say pronounce something or work on your flow or do this, do that. Why this a few months later and my notes weren't applied, but here you are asking me for more things. So this time, I'm not as nice as the last time. I'm like, this is bad. Like the flow sucks. Like the beat is okay.
Table shook.
now the table shook because
God.
why are you asking me for more notes when my notes haven't been applied?
You Chef Ramsay, your friend?
I mean, and I'm the
You
friend.
fat bitch. It's bland. Your music is bland. Do you know what the fuck salt is, you fucking dumbass?
Have you ever heard of a hook? A hook, mate. A hook.
It's verse on top of verse. Where's your hook?
You heard boy something? Why can't you stay on beat?
Oh my God. No, but it was bad. Then they try to get in they feelings, of course. But I mean, like, what do you want me to do? Lie?
Because I tried to save you before.
Yes, I tried to save you before, and now would you want to lie and put sugar on top? No, if it's shit, it's shit. I can't put sugar on shit and it be a damn cookie. Like it doesn't work like that.
I don't think that make it a cookie.
It just does not work. If it's not working, it's not working.
Oh shit! When I drop my mixtape, I ain't sending it to you. Hell, he's eating niggas up. He's telling short niggas that never be in the league. Be going around.
got one chance.
Come on, you're right.
Can you imagine Chef Ramsay? You just go around telling people they suck and shit. Oh Lord, but they really suck. So you gotta tell them.
You gotta take it.
Who dressed you? My God. All right. So,
do you have real friends that seen you put that on and nobody told you nothing? Do you
just in the dark, mate.
Can't be in that situation until you walking around say your music fire. My homie said this shit fire. Now they looking at me because your shit suck. Yeah. And now they like, sir, you didn't gaslit him to put this out to the masses.
Oh shit!
Now they asking to be on the podcast and shit. Like, no, we ain't promote that. Okay, so honestly, you say you develop your most authentic self though by being a little more honest. Okay, or just being a little more honest or being completely honest. Which one? That's a difference. You can be a little more honest, or you just being completely honest.
Are you raw dogging the truth?
Or are you stealthing? Ain't that what it's called? You start with it, they take it off.
I think that's whoa. Stealthing is a hell of a surprise. It's gonna get you some time behind bars, my boy.
No, I agree. I know some people who've been reported. I throw more shade than people think. I throw way more shade than what I say.
This nigga is a pineapple tree of shade right now. This nigga's giving everybody a little shade.
Gives me something to laugh at when we listen to it back.
We got a lot to
niggas is
laugh at.
stealthing. We ain't talking Call of Duty. What the fuck?
All right, so we gonna do that. We gonna talk about so honestly. What else? Do y'all got anything else that can help people develop authenticity?
He said, honestly, I'm gonna definitely say you gotta have some type of self-awareness, bro. Like Devin said, you gotta stick to your truth. Like, especially in the age you live in now, like every life is just so much more fast paced, especially social media. Like you may see one thing, like, oh, it's working for him, let me do this. Don't work. Next thing, let me try this. This person don't work. So you gotta like catch yourself, like, yo, like why the fuck am I doing what the next person doing? Like, let me just, stick to my own guns, let me stay in my own lane. Have some type of self-awareness. Otherwise you're just gonna be all over the place, like trying to figure it out. That's what it is.
Respect that. I respect that.
Man, I want to piggyback on that. That was real. I hate saying piggyback because they say in every lecture hall. But for me personally, to be your most authentic self, it's going to take some painful experiences. You've never tried your hardest and had somebody tell you it's up. You never tried to get your flyers and somebody asked you why the fuck you put that on? And I know it sounds really like traumatizing, the trauma of a comedian, but it makes you so much better. It does, because you've never, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to advocate for bullying, but somebody do need to tell you what you look like. Because nobody's humble. Nobody's tough. And so it takes you, you know what I'm saying, somebody to poke at you, you know, your soft spots. Yeah. Whatever that, for me, I'm a comedian. And I'm sensitive about my shit. That's why I cry for rappers. Jesus Christ, you can die and people still would tell you your shit sucks. It's the most dangerous job in the world and it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me personally, man, I done got on stage and people said, dude, you suck. Mm-hmm. I hope you get better one day. Like, damn, why you funny when you talk about somebody's mama versus when you get on stage? That was years ago. But without that moment, I'd never be, you know what I'm saying, able to rock a room full of 100 people or a stadium or something like that. I wouldn't have the energy. I wouldn't have the capacity. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said the pain got to come at some point. Now, I'm not saying choose violence. Reggie's out here destroying people's dreams. But I do think we have to stop being sensitive. We sensitive as shit as a society right now.
Yeah.
You gotta toughen that shit up, Joe.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, just me personally, yo, if you ain't experienced no pain, there's no gain. And if you ain't never had those reflective moments, the moments where you said, you know, I need to be better or my best ain't that good or I couldn't get better, I could try hard or whatever, then you bullshit. And so I think a part of self-authenticity and being your most authentic self is a part of, you know, exposing yourself to the raw, getting burned, getting hurt, and then having the sick courage to do it again.
So yeah, so I love that, and I just think a little parsley to add on top of this pasta or this catfish nugget, because we throw parsley on everything. I think purpose is important there too. Like when you really feel like you are working towards your purpose, and then especially when you feel like you're working in your purpose, your authentic self can't help but to shine through. You know what I mean? So keep trying this shit until you realize this is my shit. This is my bitch. Because what'll happen is, even when you catch yourself like not being your most authentic self, when it comes down to that thing, you can't even help it. That motherfucker take over you.
That's the truth. That's the truth. It's muscle memory.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like the Avatar state for people. Going Super Saiyan for my anime folks. It's like, bitch, you didn't hit on your passion area. You lose control. It's above you now.
That's above me now.
That's how you operate in the spirit and the low, but that's a different episode. You know what I mean? So let's keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
Channeling a super nigga. I like it.
Yeah, real talk.
Everybody got their superpowers on December 21st when all the niggas got their powers activated.
Yeah.
But dig in deep.
That's right.
You know?
That's real. That's real.
I got a couple powers.
A piece of me wanted to ask, but then I don't know if I should. You know what? Let's go for it. You the guess. What powers did you get, Kyrie?
So I can teleport, and I can take any woman for granted.
Shit. Some told me that. I don't know why I asked. You can't ask a nigga about super nigga shit. He said, I can leave so fast she forgot I was there. That's what he said.
But nothing but dick and latex message.
Let's keep it going, man. So when's the last time y'all felt like you've lost yourself? Right? So we're talking about how that authentic self is, it's your super nigga, it's your super saiyan, it's your avatar state, right? But that means if we know how it feels like when we're really moving in our purpose and in our authentic self, we have to have moments where we knew this ain't me. You know what I mean? So when's the last time you've lost yourself? And what happened? Silence hits the room.
You know what? No, because I always get on here, y'all had these I understand my life ass questions. I know it's Reggie Black deep ass.
Questions for you guys.
Dr. Phil ass
He wanted
niggas.
to be
No.
separate.
This nigga hearted the fucking questions and didn't read them hoes. Nigga tree.
Just like a black
I'm like,
person.
yeah.
It was 7:30 in the morning. I know he did.
I'm like, this shit go hell when I get on that.
Nigga tree.
Bro, them bitches sneezing.
Nigga tree at its
Talking about them questions
finest.
fire as hell.
That's the fire.
Fire, bro. Hey, but no, what the exact question is out.
When's the last time you lost yourself?
It has to be during this whole COVID fuckery, bro. Like, I was in a position where I was in North Hollywood. I was like a year ago. I was in North Hollywood. I was filming like pilots and trying to like just pitch them, and that's different for a stand-up person or a person that's like an MC or somebody that's in front of the crowd, because now you know behind the pen and paper, you're trying to execute production of stuff, but then you have to like record, and it was a lot. And so my life was way different. You know what I mean? My day to day was different. My ability to express myself in North Hollywood is way different than out west Chicago. If you've ever seen one of those too. And so I had like that shock of like, man, you know, you can lose it all. Like I lost my beautiful little crib out there in NoHo. I lost the girl. I lost all of it, right? And it's like, what do you have? I got my family, I got my friends, I got my community. And so part of being my authentic self is me getting back to my roots. But it's also understanding like, man, I see the world differently. Even myself, my art. I mean, how many last time you seen the stand-up show? It's tough in COVID. So now you have to provide for yourself differently, and while, you know, find a way to express yourself. You still want to help your community. You can't help your community without helping yourself. You know, and now you're in a position where you so used to pouring, but now you can't pour because your cup is not half empty. It's like, you know, you about to go bone dry, but you're so used to having. You're so used to being able to help. And that was, I think, like, you know, everybody vulnerability look different. So if you used to being a provider and you can't provide, you damn near crap. If you used to, you know what I'm saying, being able to be the person people say, Joe, let me hold this, I'm trying to do this, and you the plug for everybody that's trying to sauce up, and you can't even sauce yourself up? Shit. I was telling my homie what's going on, and he was like, damn, man, I would have thought about killing myself. And I was like, I kind of did, nigga. This is the most awkward Buffalo Wild Wings talk.
Man, I would have killed myself. Yo, it was a possibility.
Yeah, I was there. I visited that thought. I visited that. And then you're like, I'm gonna drink.
Let's take a shot.
But you know, that's what happened when you get rattled so much. And it's about, you know, you got the people and the mechanisms around you to cope properly and in a healthy way, so that you can nurse yourself back to whatever version you need to be. So now I'm in a position where I have to start companies. I have to put myself in a driver's seat creative. I can't just say, I'm a good actor. No, I gotta produce, write, fund, do all of it, because it ain't no other option. It's just what it is. And so it's like that painful, that fire, but it's like the metal that I become. I'm cool with it.
Okay. Love that. Yo, Dev, Suave. Go next. When's the last time you really felt like you lost yourself?
One time I really, really lost myself was, I could say, during college. It was a point to where I was way too more involved than I need to be. I was in like 2 different organizations with like leadership roles. I'm playing volleyball. I'm trying to graduate, and I'm also working one of the most like important jobs on campus as a graphic designer, making different things for on campus. So I was trying to graduate in like the next 2 semesters. So I was like really, really just doing way too much while still trying to party and still drink and hang out with people. It's like, I don't even know. I was like, I had to be like a super nigga to just even like get around and like just maintain like happiness while maintaining grades, while still trying to make money to be on campus and buy bottles, buy new clothes, take spring break trips and all these other things. It was just a lot. So I don't even know how I made it, to be honest.
Well, you know,
but here I am.
What is that called? Well, old man told me you burning your candle on both ends. And I was doing what you was doing. I was up. I was like, gotta stop partying at 5. I'm at work at 7. Like, you burning your candle on both ends.
But I'm here today.
Look,
We're making this pod.
Made it through that fire. You
Won't he do it?
That's God.
How'd you do it?
Won't it will?
That's why pastor gotta have a nice car. For the people out there that's like over ambitious, they always say yes. They know they can do it, but they don't necessarily have the time. But they're like, I'll make the time. Niggas don't end up having no balance. What is your advice to that young, overly ambitious person watching this?
It's really just learning to say like no, or I can't do it, or like delegate it to somebody else that you think could possibly help with the situation. 'Cause that's really what I had to do. I was like, on an e-board for this organization. I'm like, well, my assistant, you got to step up into the director's position because I got to go get ready to graduate. Because this is the most important thing of me getting out this bitch and graduating in the next 2 semesters. So it's like, I'm sorry. I love the organization, but I got to go.
Is it really? I'm sorry though.
It's not. It's sorry, but it's like
you shouldn't even be.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, bro. You saucing up, and them niggas look to you. If you're not in a position to help, then them niggas just assed out. For real.
Right.
Some niggas be niggas holy grace, saving grace, you know?
Yeah,
So if you didn't dip and you became one of them, you know, them people that be like 30 still trying to hit on freshman girls at college, you know those guys that never leave because they said the housing was affordable. You know those guys. But you don't want to be that guy, right? That people whisper like, oh my God.
He's still here.
He's 30.
He's still here.
You're like 30 coming through with the
That nigga got a kid.
Hey, look.
He has 2 kids and he comes with Sveka in New Amsterdam for the 18-year-old. Nigga,
Must be liquor.
you gotta make a
Come with
watch
the
list.
1738 and the hitty when they 20.
Oh,
Gotta impress them like you got a bag. Ooh, how
Okay.
dare you buy premium $30 bottles? You rich ass losers.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, let's not go there. Let's go take us into our triggered episode. All right, okay, cool. The last time I felt like I lost myself, actually, it was taking place. It was recently. So I get a winter break because I teach, and so we get those 2 weeks off. And even though we had took that time off from the podcast, somehow I still just like, I kept saying yes because I was like, ooh, I got time now. You know what I mean? And so it's like, ooh, Reggie, can you help me with this? Yes. Can we talk about this? Yes. Can you help me or mentor me with this? Yes. Like, oh, Reggie, can we reboot this thing? Yes. Because I was like, ooh, I got time. And then
you look up and had no time.
Man, it's not even that I had no time. I had time wasted because I've mentally prepared myself like, ooh, I got a productive thing to do every day when I'm on break. And then people canceled and all types of shit. And I realized I spent 3 days trying to assist other motherfuckers. And I'm still now sitting in my shit, not doing shit, but waiting to help you with shit. And I was like, oh, hell nah, cuz. Like, we ain't doing this. So I legit, when people try to reschedule, it's January 3rd. And I'm like, hey, let's revisit this later this year. Like, legit, let's revisit this conversation later this year. Let's revisit the, oh, you want my help? Let's try it again later this year. Because how dare you come to me for help and assistance during my time off? I'm still saying yes because I mean that's just what I do. Y'all.
Shake the room.
You know what I mean? But it's like I say yes, I give you that grace, and then you still don't even make proper time. I'll check you out in September. You know what I mean? Like for real, because maybe by then you've hit rock bottom, so you know to quit playing with my fucking time and yours.
You're gonna let life humble them like seasoning?
Hey.
And you let them marinate?
You know, it's crazy.
Life's juices?
They didn't come out my balls, so I'm not responsible for them. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't my kids. I did not birth you into this, nor did I throw you into your fucked upness. Nothing that you've experienced thus far was my fault. And even if it is my fault, now you still must do your due diligence to heal from it. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to be the hero or the villain in everybody's story. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, but if I'm if I'm here as your hero, especially, and then you create this time, you humble yourself, or you've hit hard times enough to ask for help, but then you don't even take that shit seriously enough to actually get it for real. You a special type of sick. So we're gonna try again when you see actually there is a rock bottom. You just think I'm down bad. Like, it's lower. There's parts of the seat we've never seen.
So what you waiting on them to start doing meth and crack? Or like,
what's crazy is I'm not waiting on shit.
That's the only rock I know at the bottom. It's tough.
And that's the beauty of it. I'm not waiting on shit. Whatever happens, happens. That's your journey. This was the moment where we intersected and you didn't take responsibility. You didn't take heed.
What?
So good fucking luck. It's not my responsibility.
You know when to let go of people so they don't drag you down. Look at you, boy.
See, that's growth.
You ain't your
my God.
You in 2020. He said,
my God. It took a while, but it feels good here.
I'll give you $20 if you tell myself that 5 years ago. I don't know how you go back in the past.
Man.
We go find Kyrie in 2016. It's a joke. Leave them motherfuckers behind.
That's not real shit.
$20. I got a hot dub.
I got a fish plate from Keisha Cole Mama.
And it's only a fish plate from Keisha Cole Mama. Because everybody else going to charge gas. Keisha Cole Mama.
Oh my God. We playing all day.
But that's Frankie. She gonna fry it hard because that's the only temperature she got on her grease.
Nigga,
all it is fried hard.
Yeah, it's fried hard. She was fried potatoes and catfish and she fried 3 different things. This oil dark as hell. The grease so dirty, Chris, smelling like grease.
She smell like an electrical fire. Seasoning stuck in the bottom of that fucking pot.
It's just like a cafeteria.
All right, so what are some pros and cons of being your authentic self, right? Because we make it sound fun, we make it sound cute, but it ain't all. Actually, it is.
No, Devin made it sound good, like it was lit.
So do y'all got any pros or cons y'all want to mention about being your most authentic self? Right. What are the positives? What are the negatives?
I know. Look, a lot of people gonna say, just be you." That don't make it easy per se,
because that could cost you your life.
Okay.
I mean, right? Because you could be you, and people really hate you, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you never was you, and somebody's like, "Hey, I think you kind of a dick," and other people in the room was like, "Yeah, that's kind of dickish. Kyrie's a dick." And because you've never been you and had to live with the idea, like, you know what? I might be a dick and let me work on that. You never been that, but like, that's a part of the process. And so, man, get ready for people to not like you. And although you might think like, oh, if I was just myself, it'd be easier. No, people, will still genuinely make your life insufferable, depending on if that's their goal. But it's about you getting stronger, not life getting easy. So by you being you got more to add to help other people. You got more juice. You got more energy. You can pour into other people in different ways. But if you're not you, you're going to be exhausted. You're tired. You're going to 5 different people. Yeah. You just said yes to 8 niggas and all them niggas going to waste your time. Yeah. And they all going to send you an invite. Nigga late to me, he asked for and sent me the invite. You late. I'll block you. Stop playing with me, Joe. Go play with your grandma. Don't play with me.
Playing try.
Say try Jesus. Don't try me.
Okay.
Because I fight.
He chose violence. He chose violence.
Real talk.
That's what it is, Joe. Being your most authentic self, you definitely gotta be. You gotta understand that it's not gonna make life easy for sure.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be tough while being your most authentic self and not expecting like everybody's not gonna like you, but you would probably find some people that do fuck with you, and then those will be your people that you rocking with, and y'all both just vibing off the strength of being y'all authentic self, and you don't gotta like put on a facade with somebody that probably hates you if you being your real self.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Got any pros and cons, Suave?
Y'all look, he just killed it. I think y'all motherfuckers said what I was gonna say.
Suave think he's slick. He trying to slide with this Killmonger jacket on. That nigga choose violence too. Don't let Suave fool.
Hey, auntie.
Wait till I lock my shit up. Wait till I lock it up.
Niggas always trying to do something with this baby Lachlan.
Suave say, not these popcorns. Not these popcorns under here. But when I get these butters, when I get the butters.
But one of the pros, I guess, is to build on what y'all said. Like honestly, just more for who you are. It's gonna feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. like you said, you really don't have to think all the time. Like, okay, I'm around Reggie. How am I going to impress Reggie? Or how I be cool with Reggie? Devin, I know he's a little bit different. He cool. Like, how can I get cool with both of them? Or Kyrie, like, you know. So you just not thinking as much, bro. So it's gonna take a weight off your shoulder. Like you said, it's gonna gravitate you to the right people that you're supposed to be around. Like you said, you may be an asshole, but honestly, don't use being your true self a chance to be a dick. Like, I'm just honest. That's why, like, no, you're an asshole. Like,
right?
Yeah, it's like,
it's
no,
a difference.
It's a difference.
Very much.
Or still, like, you might get checked for it, but I think it'll reveal a lot more to you than you actually think. It'll put a lot of things in your life into perspective, and you go from there.
Yeah, I rock with that. I believe, you know, one of the main pros is it will help you sleep at night. What I say, like, you'll be more at peace. Like, real talk, when you're like, I know for sure every single day I am my most authentic self. Like, there is no additional face added when I'm in spaces I chose to be in. Like, real talk. Now, jobs, that's here and there, because I still think you chose to be in a job, but if you're almost homeless, nah, you got to go with what's accepted. So, you know what I mean? But it's like, man, especially when you know, like, I've chosen the space and I've been my full self there. I think that brings you so much more peace. I think the cons, honestly, being your most authentic self, is that you will not be able to really be in the spaces and the places that you once were. And it's not that you won't be invited. It's just, it's going to feel different now that you are no longer the performer. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, like, now this is the real you. Like, that just happened to me on New Year's Eve. You know what I mean? There's no shade. Like, it's my friend, but like, I'm way more at peace now than I've ever been in my life. Like, real shit. And so I'm at a party. And I'm vibing. I'm in my phone, sipping a little bit. I'm really cool and I'm in my space. I don't feel the need to entertain people. The people that I knew who were there, the people that I didn't know. Like, you know, I'll hop in a picture here and there. I didn't feel the need to participate in all the shots. Like, I was really at peace with myself. And my friend just kept coming to check on me like, are you sure you're okay? I'm just not used to seeing you like this. You don't seem like you want to be here. Is it because you don't know nobody here? And it's like, no, I've seen every last one of these people before. I'm at peace. I'm good. Like, I don't feel the need to host. But most people who know me is like, oh, with Reggie there, he gonna be the loudest nigga in the room. He gonna be sharing a bottle. He gonna have all the jokes. He's a vibe. Like, oh shit, Reggie gonna be there? I gotta be there. Now it's like, damn, Reggie gonna be there? I didn't even notice he was here because I'm at peace.
But no, that's some real shit. You don't feel the need to over extend yourself socially just to, compensate for the lack thereof. Some people be like, socially, they suck. And, you know the people that suck, I don't be getting hurt. But, not that that's the criteria, but like that idea of being at peace, I just felt it because a little bit like you, like, I pull up people, talk about my mama Kyrie, make us all laugh. And it's like, I could talk about Sandra, but I'm not going to talk about and take this kickback. I'm tired. Fucking tired. I just came to kick back to drink a little bit. People want to do extra stuff. People weird. And I owe it to myself to be authentic. Like, no, I'm a little dickish, but I'm not like a super dick. And
so he's like a little shrimp. That's what it is. It's flaccid.
He's a trumper. He's a trumper. No, but like, man, I feel like I don't want to be nice. Man. Don't you know how you can't tell black girls to smile? So I'm a comedian, but I hate every motherfucker in the room. Like, what you want from me? Yeah. And it's not like I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm not nothing. I hate everybody equally. And anytime you catch me not hating people, give me a pat on the back, because I'm fucking trying, dog. I'm trying. Yeah. And it's like to be at peace with the fact that, you know what? I'm not going to choose violence per se. But I also have to be my most authentic self. So it's like knowing when to reserve that. And so like you was talking about, like feeling different around people I spend years around that I don't want to be around. Because I feel like we are worlds apart and I'm not up here because I don't believe in hierarchy. Yeah. We're in just different leagues to the point where I shouldn't be around. Not to say like you stink and like, damn, you scaring the hole, bro. You smell like ass. You smell like yesterday, nigga. What you do? It's more like, damn, Joe, if I'm here spending my free time where you spend your free time, we damn in the same league. We not. So why the fuck am I around? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know you don't do meth rock, but if you're doing meth rock, am I gonna always be around you? Like, yeah, so what we doing today? I'm not gonna do meth rock, but everything else you do, whether you take a shit in a can somewhere, or you take the same shit in the can, you sling it on the expressway. I don't know what else you do in your daytime on a meth rock, but I'm not gonna spend the rest of the day
climb the Capitol wall.
I'm not
Create treason.
I'm gonna climb the Capitol wall with your ass.
Get your ass locked up.
And then when you're about to do your meth rock, you know what I'm saying? I was there when you skinned the raccoon. I was there when you got your Trump's the greatest tattoo. I was there throughout the meth rock journey. You feel me? It was like understanding, like, Joe, when you see cats and they on they up, you still nothing like them niggas. So that ain't your journey. Or you see somebody, they with the girls and all of them got fake bodies, the whole body plastic as hell, personality plastic, her soul suck. You know what? Picture look great.
Yeah.
In person, she makes you want to dig your eyeball out with a plastic spoon. So it's like understanding that everybody's journey is their own. They ups is they ups and your ups is yours.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
That's real. That's real.
I feel like.
All right, yo, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, yo. Like, this has been so many gems dropped. So my final question for the room is, what advice do you have for someone who wants to be their authentic self but don't know where to start? So what little final gems do y'all have for them?
They want to be their most authentic self, but they don't know where to start.
Yeah. I'll kick it off. I give y'all time to think. Oh, you got something?
No, you go ahead.
All right. I would say, really, for real, pay attention to who you are in the shower, right? And I know that sounds funny, but like, you are truly your most authentic self when you're in the shower. Like, you choose the music, you're completely vulnerable. Pay attention to those thoughts that happen in those moments. You know what I mean? Like, because I know for sure I am my most creative self. Like, I've had some ideas that have hit me in the shower. I'm like, fuck, I done wet up my phone trying to put it in my notes, because I know when I leave this space for whatever reason, that I also lose that thought, and I don't want to lose those thoughts. So like, really pay attention to who you are in that moment when you're kind of cleansing yourself or renewing yourself, so to say, because like a lot of your ideas, a lot of your dreams live in that space. Woo! True. Yes, sir. So pay attention to who you are in the shower.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, it's really just taking a step back and just like realizing who you are, who you want to be. I know it sounds all kind of cliche, but it really like helps you be your authentic self. Not to like be simple, but like we were talking about earlier, if you're a dick type of thing. Like you just really got to just be you, and like everything else will fall into place. But not to make it sound simple, because it won't be that simple. But it definitely just helps you like take those baby steps to fully being your authentic self.
So my initial thought before I applied what my therapist told me is to be who you want to be if you were for to die. And I know that's really more of it, but like if you were to die tomorrow, you regret a lot of things you didn't say. And you need to live your life the complete opposite. You don't need to live with regrets. And so I look at it as living a life that you will feel okay explaining to your grandchildren. Like, they're going to have questions. They're like, dude, you was around before Uber. Why didn't you invest in Uber? It's like, damn, dude, you was around before the internet. Nigga, what did you do with it? Or you know, it's just certain things that we'll be able to speak to and experience. And we can squander it. And, you know, you have to be able to live with that. And you'll be able to tell your future generations, like, yeah, I fucked it off. I blamed a lot of people. I took no accountability. I didn't try nothing different. I literally did what everybody else was doing, and I expected something different for some reason. I'm sorry I failed you in the rest of my life. Who wants to be that guy?
That's real.
Okay. Oh, I'm talking about the fucking fun thing.
You gotta be better than that, Swab. I fought it.
So, it's gonna sound crazy, but if you don't know where to start, honestly, just take a step back and like at least start where you are. Like, figure out who you are at this moment, and then, like you said, just go do a lot of reflecting now. Like, figure out, you know, things you, like you said, you do, like you gravitate towards, like the things that you, and why you gravitate towards those things. So just start literally where you are. Like, you have no idea, like you just stuck. Okay, like try to learn who you are as a person at this very moment, and then figure it out from there.
All right, cool, yo. That was some good feedback, yo. Those gems were fire. All right, you know what? We're gonna put a pin in it right there. That felt good. That felt good. So, Kyrie, how can the people access you? How can they get in contact with you?
Man, smack the line, Joe. Tell a bunch of people, tell down the line.
004, hit Mike Jones up on the low.
Oh no, not Mike Jones. No, but so I'm going through a lot of rebranding right now. I was talking to y'all about just getting more into the ownership seat of comedy, and right now the best time or the best way is to reach out to me via social media while you can. And right now it's Kyrie the Comic. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I have a pilot that I'm going to be filming the first full season to a show called Black Twitter. It's Kyrie the Comic presents Black Twitter. And so I'm really happy because, like, I don't know if I've mentioned before when I was here, like, the studio flooded and there's a lot of like just karma. I talked about a lot of people ugly baby. And so the studio flooded, but now it's back up. And so people can follow me. I got a season dropping. We got some real cool things going on. Fingers crossed my first feature film drop next year. God, Corona really
funky dog head bitch.
Man, bro, just raw dog my career, but everything is up and coming. Follow me on social media, Gmail, Kyrie the Comic, whatever's your thing. Just don't like BlackBerry message me because I don't have one of those. You know, it's all when you list 10 things and a nigga like, what about Will? Why the hell would you hit me up on air?
Don't call him on Facebook Messenger. Don't call nobody on Facebook Messenger.
I'm gonna send your ass to the 12. The feds need you. If you're who are you? I had a girl do that and said, why you ain't answer? I was like, why you call? What the hell?
Like, we ain't never do that before.
The reason we got my number.
That just scared me. I'm like, you clearly 12.
The fact that you just was like, ooh, let me call him on the book.
Dog, I make like a post a year on Facebook. That scared me. I'm like, ooh.
What the fuck is this on my phone? You thought it was an Amber Alert. Somebody on Facebook.
Right then, stealing kids again. I wish kids getting stolen wasn't so funny.
Jeez. On that note, man, Kyrie, we want to thank you so much for pulling up.
Appreciate you.
Man, as always, the world is sick.
A good conversation is the cure.
And we are out. Sick.